Welcome to the channel. Today, we're setting sail on a thrilling journey through the history of pirates, from the swashbuckling Buccaneers of the Golden Age to the modern-day pirates still prowling the seas. We'll explore how piracy evolved across centuries and continents, shaping the legends and realities that continue to captivate us. Get ready for an adventure on the high seas. Pirates have long captured our imaginations with tales of swashbuckling adventure, buried treasure, and life on the high seas. While popular culture often romanticizes piracy, the reality of pirate history is a complex mix of lawlessness, violence, and survival. From the notorious Buccaneers of the Golden Age to modern-day pirates who navigate the waters of the Indian Ocean, piracy has evolved significantly over the centuries. Let's explore the history of pirates, tracing their journey from the 17th century Caribbean to today's maritime hotspots. The Golden Age of Piracy. The so-called Golden Age of Piracy is the period most commonly associated with classic pirate imagery: eye patches, wooden legs, and Jolly Roger flags. It spanned roughly from the 1650s to the 1730s and was concentrated in regions such as the Caribbean, the American coast, and the West African coast. Causes of the Golden Age. Several factors contributed to the rise of piracy during this period. European colonial expansion led to increased maritime trade and wealth flowing between Europe and the New World, creating prime targets for pirates seeking treasure. Many pirates were former privateers, sailors who had been legally authorized by governments to attack enemy ships during wartime. When conflicts like the War of the Spanish Succession ended, these privateers found themselves out of work and turned to piracy as a means of survival. Famous pirates of the era. The Golden Age produced some of the most famous pirates in history, whose exploits and legends endure to this day. Blackbeard, Edward Teach. Known for his fearsome appearance, Blackbeard terrorized ships along the American coast and the Caribbean. His flagship, Queen Anne's Revenge, and his dramatic death in 1718 during a battle with British naval forces are legendary. Henry Morgan, a Welsh privateer who became a pirate, Morgan raided Spanish ships and settlements in the Caribbean. Unlike many pirates, he managed to retire and even received a knighthood from the British Crown. And Bonny and Mary Read. Two of the few known female pirates, Bonny and Read sailed with Calico Jack Rackham and fought alongside male pirates. Their unusual presence as women in piracy added to the mystique of pirate culture. Pirate havens. Pirates often operated from pirate havens, ports or islands that provided safe refuge and markets for selling stolen goods. Places like Tortuga in Haiti, Nassau in the Bahamas, and Port Royal in Jamaica became notorious pirate strongholds. These havens thrived by accommodating pirates, who contributed to the local economies by spending their plundered wealth. The decline of the Golden Age. The Golden Age of piracy began to decline in the early 18th century as governments took more aggressive action to suppress piracy. The British Royal Navy and other maritime powers increased patrols and captured pirate leaders, executing many as a deterrent. New laws also made it harder for pirates to sell stolen goods, cutting off their economic lifeline. The execution of famous pirates, such as Blackbeard and Calico Jack Rackham, and the capture of key pirate strongholds marked the end of piracy's most legendary era. By the 1730s, piracy had largely been brought under control in the Caribbean and along the American coast. Piracy shifts to other regions. Though the Golden Age faded, piracy never disappeared. As maritime trade expanded globally, piracy shifted to other parts of the world, including the Indian Ocean, Southeast Asia, and the Barbary coast of North Africa. The Barbary Pirates. The Barbary Pirates, based in North Africa's Ottoman-controlled territories, modern-day Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya, terrorized European and American ships for centuries. They captured vessels and demanded tribute, often taking sailors as slaves. The Barbary Wars in the early 19th century saw the United States and European nations finally take decisive action to curb the threat. Chinese pirates. In Asia, piracy flourished, particularly along the coast of China. One of the most famous Chinese pirates, Qing Shi, commanded a fleet of hundreds of ships and thousands of pirates in the early 19th century. Her strict code of conduct and military-like discipline made her one of the most successful pirates in history. Modern-day piracy. While the romanticized image of pirates waving cutlasses and flying the Jolly Roger belongs to the past, piracy continues to be a significant issue in some regions today. Modern-day piracy is vastly different from the buccaneering days of the Golden Age, but it remains a threat to international shipping. The rise of Somali pirates. In recent decades, the waters off the coast of Somalia have become notorious for piracy. The collapse of the Somali government in the early 1990s left a power vacuum that contributed to lawlessness. Somali pirates often targeted cargo ships, oil tankers, and even private yachts, hijacking vessels and demanding ransom for the crew and cargo. Southeast Asia. Piracy is also a concern in Southeast Asia, particularly in the Strait of Malacca, one of the busiest maritime trade routes in the world. Modern pirates in this region tend to be more focused on armed robbery at sea, rather than hijacking ships for ransom. Anti-piracy efforts. The fight against modern piracy involves international cooperation, including naval patrols, surveillance, and the use of private security aboard vessels. Organizations such as the International Maritime Organization, AMO, work with countries to enforce maritime laws and combat piracy. These efforts have helped to reduce incidents, but piracy remains a challenge in areas with political instability and high levels of maritime traffic. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of pirates. The history of pirates is a fascinating tale of adventure, crime, and survival that spans centuries. From the feared buccaneers of the Golden Age to the modern-day pirates who still threaten the world's shipping lanes, piracy has evolved significantly but has never completely vanished. While pirates today may not carry cutlasses or search for buried treasure, the spirit of rebellion and pursuit of fortune remains alive in some of the world's most dangerous waters. Pirates, both historical and modern, continue to captivate our imaginations and influence popular culture. Whether depicted in books, movies, or television, the enduring legacy of piracy serves as a reminder of the lawless fringes of society and the ever-present human quest for freedom and fortune on the open sea. Thanks for joining us on this voyage through pirate history. From legendary figures like Blackbeard to today's maritime threats, piracy remains a fascinating and enduring part of our world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pirates, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting stories. Until next time, stay curious and keep navigating the waves of history.